Ladies and gentlemen, sadly, today was the last day of 4 straight days of great college basketball. March Madness day number 4, the conclusion to round number 2, and what I thought was kind of a disappointing type of day. We had a couple blowout games. We had not any major upsets. Call me surprised. I've been saying I said last night I expected to get maybe one, maybe two upsets, and none of it happened. Chat. It's been a crazy weekend. All the favorites have won. All the favorites pretty much won. All the higher seeds pretty much won. Outside of Clemson, Clemson is actually the only underdog according to Vegas that won. It's crazy. All the one seeds, all the two seeds are still in this tournament, and people have been out saying, "Oh, this tournament's been boring." I got a kind of argument for you. A lot of these games have been really good. Just today, I think sucked. It's kind of disappointing for me. There's no, like small school I can root for. You know what I mean? There's usually like one small school I can root for. But my counter argument to that is the Sweet 16, man. It's going to be a banger. I feel like it's really good. Some years you have the best teams in it. It sucks not seeing a small school in it for me personally, but I feel like we should treat those as special. You know what I mean? I feel like, the years prior we had chaotic years, and it honestly feels good that we kind of get the best of the best, in the I would love like an Oakland or a St. Peter's type of team making it, but that's not how the cookie crumbled this year. And either way, I'm still excited for the Sweet 16. We got some bangers. What we're going to do in this video, we're going to talk about the games that happened today, and we're going to preview the Sweet 16. As of this recording, Yale and San Diego State is still going on. I don't care because San Diego State's up like 30 right now. No offense to Yale. I don't know how you beat Auburn. Congratulations. Salute to you. But man, this San Diego State Yale matchup has been terrible, and congratulations to Yale on your upset. Still going on, but I figured I might as well get this video done and hit the bed early. So without further ado, let's cut the BS. Kind of gave you my opening thoughts. Now let's move on to the games. Starting with UConn Northwestern, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I legit thought, because we haven't seen any major upsets, that I had a little feeling deep down that Northwestern could have been the team that did it. And apparently Northwestern decided not to show off the bus today. They completely got waxed. UConn, man. UConn is looking absolutely dominant right now. They are looking very dominant right now, man. They're kicking ass. They are kicking ass, taking names. Dan Hurley in the locker room was like, let's keep beating these guys. And they keep beating teams in the tournament. Northwestern sucks to see Boo Booey go out like that, but UConn is dominating. San Diego State and Yale, I just gave you my thoughts. Yale, congrats on beating Auburn, but you kind of sninked up the joint. I had hope for you. San Diego State got the job done. And the runners up, we get a national championship rematch in the Sweet 16. So that's going to be a good matchup. We'll preview that coming up. Let's move down on the bracket. Grand Canyon and Alabama. Grand Canyon. I was rooting for them, man. It seemed like Grand Canyon had it, but then they choked it. Like Grand Canyon had it. They again, guys, if you can't hit your three throws, you don't deserve the win. Grand Canyon had so many free throw opportunities. They could not hit their free throws. They were turning the ball over left and right. And Alabama, Alabama, once I said, the Alabama fans, you should have been happy when Grand Canyon beat St. Mary's. Because if St. Mary's beat Grand Canyon, I think Alabama would have lost. St. Mary's was not a good matchup for Alabama because St. Mary's is a defensive team, slow team. Alabama plays faster, an offensive team, no defense. And Alabama kind of got lucky that Grand Canyon pulled the upset. Grand Canyon did get their first win in the NCAA tournament, but I was really pulling for Grand Canyon. They just turned the ball over too much, going to hit three throws pretty much. Alabama survives in advance. They get a date with North Carolina in Los Angeles. Next up, Clemson, the only underdog, according to Vegas, to win outright. Clemson got the job done against Baylor at one point. Clemson was up like 15, I felt like. I mean, they were up 10. They were taking it to Baylor. Scott Drew and his brother had not a good day in the Drew family. His brother Scott Drew's brother. I don't know his first name, but he loses. Scott Drew loses. And Clemson, everyone was talking about New Mexico. Everyone was saying New Mexico is going to beat Clemson. They're going to beat Baylor. They're going to go to Sweet 16. Instead of it being New Mexico, it is Clemson. I feel like everyone was disrespecting Clemson. They took that to heart, and now they're going to the Sweet 16. They're going to LA with a date with Arizona. PJ Hall, I will admit, he's Clemson's best player, but right now in the tournament in these 2 games, he has not been Clemson's best player. He's been in foul trouble. He's been in foul trouble against New Mexico and against Baylor. If Clemson wants any shot of beating Arizona, we're going to talk about it. PJ Hall's got to be he's got to be the best player on the floor for them. But that's Clemson over Baylor. I kind of was shocked, to see Clemson up like at 10 at one point. They almost choked it away, but Clemson figure out a way to figure it out. We move over to the other side of the bracket. This game that just concluded, Houston and Texas A&M. What a game. What an effort by Texas A&M. At one point, there was like 2 minutes ago, I'm like, Houston's got it. And then all of a sudden, we get down to a minute to go. Texas A&M keeps clawing their way back. I forget his name, the big Afro kid. There was 1.2 on the clock. They get a lucky bounce. They pass it in, goes right to the guy. He shoots it up for 3. He's like this. He was like that. He was like that. Buzzer beater, sends it in overtime. And Houston was on upset alert, but Houston found a way. Houston kind of got lucky, I will admit. They had like 4 to 5 guys. 4 fouls, 4 guys fouled out. It was chaotic. If they went to double overtime, which it kind of looked like it was going to, Houston would have lost. The fact that Houston was in foul trouble and find a way to win this game just shows you how good Houston is. Texas A&M, I felt like they were forcing some shots up in overtime. Wade Taylor, taking some bad shots for A&M. But, man, that was an electric game. Houston found a way to get it done. A&M, tip my hat off to you. I thought you guys had no shot, but you guys found a way to claw it out. And, yeah, honestly, that was that Houston and A&M, for me, kind of saved the day. That was the best game of the day. So Houston gets the job done there. Duke, James Madison, they were like Northwestern. They didn't show off the bus today. They played horrible. I did not watch this game because I was at my grandparents' house, but I had a close eye on it. At one point, it was like 24 to like 9 or one point, and Duke was just dominating them. Duke was dominating James Madison. James Madison, they needed to not do what they did kind of Friday night against Wisconsin. They were turning the ball over. They weren't hitting shots. They weren't playing James Madison basketball. They were playing Friday James Madison basketball, turning the ball over, having bad shots. I mean, they got the job done against Wisconsin, but Wisconsin was equally bad. I mean, if you're playing if James Madison had to not play the way they did kind of Friday night, they couldn't. They had to be on their A game, and they weren't on their A game. Duke just stuck it to them, and Duke gets it done. I had James Madison winning this game. I was so close to predicting my James Madison Sweet 16, and they just didn't show up today. They got ran out of the building. It sucks to see. I was rooting for James Madison, just couldn't get it done. Now, the second best game of the tournament was Colorado and Marquette. And, if you have been watching me, I have been saying Marquette is the most overrated team. I'm still sticking by that, but, man, Marquette just keeps fighting their way. Now, this Marquette-Colorado game, you know what this game reminded me of? Was the Big East semifinal, Marquette versus Providence. Providence would go down like 20 to Marquette. Providence would claw the way back. They would get close. Marquette would go on another run, be up 10. Providence would got it to 6. Marquette was then up 10. Providence then got it to a tie game. Marquette went, and as you saw, Providence-Marquette tied. Marquette was up 10. That's what happened in this Colorado game. Colorado fighting back, keeping it close. They eventually tied it. They eventually took the lead, and then all of a sudden you blink, Marquette's up 10. Tyler Kolak playing really good basketball since he's back from injury. Shaka Smart finally back to the Sweet 16 since his VCU run. And, I've been saying Marquette's overrated. I might have to eat my words. I think Marquette's playing really good basketball right now. They get an NC State team that has been hot. We'll see what happens. I believe this game is Thursday, Friday. We'll take a look at the schedule. It should be a fun matchup. I'm pulling for NC State, of course. NC State right now is probably the America's team right now. They're the lowest seed in the tournament right now. So I think everyone's pulling for NC State there. Purdue looked unstoppable today. Utah State, they kept it close, but then Purdue just eventually just destroyed them. Utah State, a bunch of guys got into foul trouble. I think that's what killed their momentum. But Purdue, and then eventually Purdue just killed them. They just not literally kill them, but like they destroyed them. Like you saw, Utah State was keeping it close. Guys getting foul trouble. I mean, and then Purdue just ran away. Now, the one thing that worries me about Purdue is, did they score too much? Are they going to be able to do that against Gonzaga? We'll see. It should be a fun matchup. But yeah, Purdue blew them out. I mean, it was just over. There's really not that much to talk. Utah State had a game plan. I saw the coach's speech, had a great speech hyping up the boys. I don't know what happened to their game plan. They just got completely destroyed. And that's pretty much all of the games that happened today. If we can go to scores now. Tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, so let's go to Thursday. So we're going to start with Clemson and Arizona. That's going to be the first game that tips off. We kind of alluded to it earlier. PJ Hall is Clemson's best player. You want to argue with me? Argue with me. He's the best player for Clemson. If he's in foul trouble, they're done. They're done. PJ Hall needs to step up in this game. If Clemson wants to go to the Elite Eight, PJ Hall has to step up. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. He's got to be scoring. Arizona, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. Keep doing what they're doing. And, Arizona's a good team, man. They're a good team. So they just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think Arizona should, this game might be a blowout. If PJ Hall is killing it, we can have a close game, but I think this is going to be a blowout. I think Arizona is a top team in the country for a reason. I mean, Clemson, everyone's been doubting them. So if they can keep that mentality going, then maybe Clemson's watching this as encouragement. Everyone's been down in Clemson this entire tournament. They wouldn't expect the Clemson to be here right now, and they are. They just got to carry the momentum. PJ Hall has to step up, be their best player, stay out of foul trouble. Arizona's guys got to keep doing what they're doing, hitting their shots, playing good defense, and they'll be one win away. If they can beat Clemson, go to the Elite Eight, they'll be one win away from playing in their home state. Yale, San Diego State, or UConn. San Diego State is going to be the matchup there. National championship rematch. Now, I think UConn, this is going to be another blowout game. If you ask me, I think UConn is going to wipe the floor with whoever it was. Even if it was Yale somehow, Yale, if it was Yale, they would have been down like 30 at half. It would have been like 40-0 maybe. San Diego State rematch. It's the matchup. It's not Yale. I still think UConn's going to be up like 30 at half. San Diego State, this roster they have this year is weaker than their last year team. That means the national title game. But maybe the boys will take this as an opportunity, as revenge, and step up. I can't bet against UConn right now. San Diego State's team is worse than last year. I just think it's going to be a blowout. I think you'll look up and it'll be like 50-10 in the second half. I really do. And it's no disrespect to San Diego State. They got a good coach. They've been here for a reason, but they kind of got lucky. If Yale didn't beat Auburn, no offense to Yale, Auburn, I would see Auburn here, because San Diego State, I just don't see it. I would, even if they played Auburn, I'm not going to say Auburn would have got here, but the way they're kicking Yale's ass right now, kind of got lucky there. I do think UConn is going to wipe the floor with them. San Diego State, if you're watching this, San Diego State fans, please prove me wrong. I don't want to see UConn. As a Big East fan, I'm kind of rooting for UConn, but I hate UConn. I hate Dan Hurley's annoying. Cam Spencer, he upsets me. UConn just upsets me, man. Pulling for San Diego State, but I just don't see anyone beating UConn. And yeah, I'm a Big East guy Why do you hate UConn? Big East got snubbed, yeah. But like I don't like UConn. And I don't like Marquette. I like Creighton. Creighton's my team. If my biggest team, I'd rather win. Anyway, we get Alabama, North Carolina. This is going to be a fun game. I think honestly, the first two games on Thursday will be blowouts. And looking at the night slate, we're going to have some good games. Alabama, North Carolina. Baycott, RJ Davis versus Sears. I'm going to be honest. I like North Carolina in this matchup. I just do. If Alabama can contain Baycott, Baycott's a beast, bro. Amano Baycott, I don't know. Is it a Martindale? Baycott. I'm just going to call him Baycott. Is a beast, bro. Alabama can contain him. They have a shot. Sears got to be on his game. I believe someone in Alabama had a concussion. I think hopefully he'll be ready to go for the game. Wish him the best of luck on his recovery. We take concussion serious around here. I hope he's all well and whatnot. But I think North Carolina is going to win it. I honestly think this might be the first year since 2008 we get all 4 1 seeds. Maybe Arizona could pull the upset, but like I think this is the year we get all 4 1 since 2008. I really do. Now, if you're out Alabama, they're a good team. They're a good offensive team, and they showed tonight that they can defend as well. I forgot to mention that they showed they can defend. But North Carolina is a different beast. I like North Carolina. I think this is going to be a good game. I really do. And then the nightcap, Illinois, Iowa State. This is going to be another banger matchup. Iowa State's got good defense. Shannon's been killing it for Illinois. I like Illinois to win this matchup. I predicted Illinois to do it. I really like Illinois. I really like Illinois in that game. Iowa State's been having a really good year. Hopefully they can contain their momentum in the next week. We'll see. But I like Illinois. Terrence Shannon, whatever his name is, he's been balling. I think he's going to be the guy that carries Illinois. So I think we're going to get Arizona, North Carolina, UConn, and Illinois in the Elite Eight there. Those are my predictions. We'll see. And then Friday, NC State, Marquette. NC State, America's team at this rate because they're the lowest seed, taking on the most overrated team, in my opinion, in the college. I'm going to be honest. I like Marquette to win this game. And it's not me hating on NC State. They're not finished, man. Shaka Smart said it today. They don't want the season to end. I think Marquette can win this game and possibly get to the Final Four. I think Marquette kind of got lucky that it's NC State, but if it was Kentucky, it's a different story. But it ain't Kentucky. But I like Marquette. I think Tyler Kolak's playing really good right now. Cam Jones is really good. I think Marquette's going to win this game. For NC State, the only worry I have is that they played 7 games in 12 days. They're going to get some rest. I'm worried they might cool off. They do get an extra day of rest. Keep that in mind because Marquette played today. North Carolina State played yesterday. We'll see what happens. I'm rooting for NC State. NC State, DJ Burns got to kill it. Their guards got to, be shooting. I think they got to contain Tyler Kolak. Tyler Kolak's the best player on Marquette. You got to pick your poison. Are you going to go Cam Jones or Tyler Kolak? If I'm NC State, I zone in on Tyler Kolak. I was on him. I would zone in on him. You got to stop him. Gonzaga, Purdue. This is going to be a fun one. Graham Ike versus Zach Edey. I honestly think Gonzaga is going to win this game. I really do. But the way we start Purdue today, I'm going to go with Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga is going to do it. No one's talked about Gonzaga. We had them on the bubble. Now they're in the field. Nobody's talking about them. I think Gonzaga is going to beat Purdue, and they're probably going to beat either Creighton or Tennessee. I think this is Gonzaga's run to the Final Four. Gonzaga is going to do it. I truly believe it. I'm rooting for Zach Edey. I'm rooting for Painter. I'm rooting for the boys from Purdue. Finish the story like we said. But I'm going Gonzaga, man. I like Gonzaga to win that one. I think it's going to be a good game, too. We get Duke and Houston. This is going to be another fun one. I'm rolling with Houston. I really feel like it's Houston's year. But the way we saw Duke play today, I don't know. Houston's going to have to be good at defense. The only concern we've been saying about Houston is their offense. Is their offense going to be up to the Duke capable or up to Duke's offense? I mean, Duke killed James Madison today. That should be fun. I mean, these games are they're so good. Like all these games, as much as we want the Cinderella, as much as we want these lower seeds, I honestly feel like this is good. What I feel like the lower seeds would have brought, like if Oakland made it, no, not Oakland, but like if a double digit seed, like a St. Peter's that was a 15 made it, I feel like kind of would have devalued the Sweet 16. But anyway, we're getting banger games. That's all we can root for. Banger games. Creighton, Tennessee. I like Creighton in this matchup. Cockburn, Alexander, Baylor. They all put up 15 plus points. Those three guys put up 15 plus points. They're what that other number one, I think was his number. He was killing it. And let me tell you something, the Dalton Kincaid has to be on his A game. He's got to be having a good he has to be good shooting. If Tennessee's play the way they did against Texas, Creighton's gonna mop the floor with them. Zach Zealer, right? No, not Zach Zealer. That ZZ, he's gonna be on his game. It's gonna be a fun matchup, okay? Man, so I'm gonna go with Creighton, Gonzaga, Houston, Marquette, Arizona, North Carolina, Illinois, UConn. Those are my predictions. We will do, I think, tomorrow the second chance bracket open up. So I just gave you my picks there, and I will fill you guys out on a second chance bracket because ESPN's doing it. I'll fill that out for you guys, give you a little bit more of my thoughts. Go watch some ESPN college analysts, get some more of their thoughts, and we'll discuss it tomorrow. So I'm going to do that tomorrow for you guys. Man, March Madness, you got to love it. You got to love it. It sucks that, we got to wait till Thursday for these banger games, and it sucks that it's slowly coming to an end, guys. But it's been a banger weekend. I had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun doing these videos, having a lot of fun watching these games. Oh my God, it's 85-56. Man, yeah, how'd you beat Auburn? I can't believe it. They almost lost to Brown and beat Auburn. And then they're getting waxed by San Diego State. Oh, but that's why we love March Madness, man. I love it. This is my favorite time of the year. Sucks we got to wait till Thursday, like I just said, but I'm really excited for the Sweet 16, man. Got some banger games. I might go live for one of them. We'll see. We'll see how the time goes. I'll probably do an NFL mock draft this week for you guys, and maybe we talk about the USA. I found myself at one point tonight watching the USA Mexico game. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about the Copa America coming up. I don't know. Got a lot of planned for you guys, and I hate to ramble on here. I'm gonna get out of here. So what I need you all to do, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and that's gonna do it for now. Have a great day. Have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.